So most of you probably have completed a registration form either for yourself or for a dependent, hopefully a child. Let's go and have a look. So I've gone into playhq.com. I've navigated my way to East Brighton Vampires Junior Footy Club, and I've got to their registration pay or register page. And I've got a link to a registration form, so I can register as a player, a team manager, or a volunteer. And registration's open till the 31st of March. Awesome. I'm going to click select. I get the information about the league and club that I'm registering to. If I was registering as a player, I could open age groups and see if there's any age restrictions or any age groups or date of birth ranges that have been turned off that they're not taking registrations for anymore. But I don't need to because I'm registering as a team manager. When I click on get started, if I was starting from the start, but I'm already logged into my account, it would say, do you want to log into your PlayHQ account or do you need to create a new one? But when you log into your account, at the top of the page, you would always see the name of the account holder. You can elect to register yourself as a team manager. Underneath that, you'll see all the dependents. Now, ignore the list of dependents here for me. A lot of these are dummy and test dependents that I've added. I don't have this many grandchildren and children, but you could register one of those as a team manager if you wanted to. Or what we're going to do is register a new family member or dependent. Once we've selected, we click on continue. And we land on the roles page. First question people ask is, where's the coach? Coaches don't register in PlayHQ, and we'll cover that later on. At the moment, the only roles available are player, team manager, and volunteer. And I'm going to register as a team manager. So to be allocated to a team sheet as a team manager, I need to register as a team manager. And I click on continue. I come over to the participant details, and I'm going to add some details in here. Let's bear with me while I add some. Again, this registration page works very well on a mobile device. When you get to the address area, as you begin to type the address, some recommendations come up. However, it's still editable, so you can edit the suburb if it's a new suburb, as an example. We have some demographic questions. We have a disability question. We have an AFL support. You'd only support one team. How many games did I attend last year? In person, 11. Parent guardian details. The first parent guardian would always be the account holder. If another parent guardian needs to be added, there's an add another parent guardian button. Adding emergency contact details. Add a mobile number. And for people who register as volunteers or team managers, there's also the option to add in working with children. Now, it is not mandatory to add. They're not compulsory fields. However, any club admins on the call always encourage your team managers and volunteers. If they've got working with children, check, add the details in at this point during the registration. We click on save and continue, and we're taken over to the fees page because the system's identified. There's no Ken Saunders with the same date of birth that I'm trying to register with, so there's no profile to claim. We've got 0 fees here, a summary. Then we have an option here to opt in or not to receive third-party comms. You don't have to opt in here, but you do need to click to acknowledge that you've read the terms and conditions and understand and agree, but abide by them. Once you've done that, if you want to read them, you can click on the link. Once you've done that, you click on continue. I've got nothing to pay in this instance. If there was anything to pay here, I would enter my credit card details on the left-hand side. I'm going to submit my registration. Thanks, you have successfully registered Ken with the East Brighton Vampires Junior Footy Club. You beauty. I could go and check out my account. I could continue on and register another participant. If I needed to register as a volunteer, I would need to go through the process and register Ken as a volunteer as well. So team manager access, my team's really cool feature. They simply go to playhq.com once a club admin has given them team manager access. They log in with their credentials that they've got. Then when they log in, their account appears in the top right-hand corner. They can select the name and click on My Account. In here is a few things. When they first log into their account and select My Account, it is always by default lands on the account holders page. But we know that I registered Ken Saunders as a dependent in this account. But importantly, I'll highlight a couple of things here. If at any time down the track, the account holder wants to change their email address, they now have the option to do so. If they want to view their public profile, they've got a My Public Profile button. If they want to turn their public profile to private, down the bottom, they've got privacy settings. The PlayHQ platform has been designed for participants to manage their own accounts. So if you have change of details, contact details, address, blah, 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 you can log in, edit your details. You won't be able to change first name, last name, and the email address here, or the date of birth, but you can change any of the contact details on this page. To change the email is a different button. And you can view the registration history of the account holder. But I'm going to go down into Ken Saunders and see what I see in Ken Saunders. Couple of things. I've got an extra tab here. Cool, you beauty. I've got the My Teams tab. And because Ken, the club admin allocated Ken to the team, he can see the team in the My Teams area. If Ken has been allocated to more than one team in the club admin portal, he would see all of those teams that he's been allocated to. Going all the way back to the introduction of PlayHQ, if this account holder has been registered or Ken registered, they registered Ken in a different sport as a player or as an administrator, they can select their sport. They've only been registered in AFL, but you could see basketball in here, you could see cricket, and you could see netball in here as well. So that's what I mean about having one account managing different sports. But what do we see, first of all, in the My Teams area? When we click on the My Teams, it takes us straight into the team, and we've got 3 tabs available to us. We can instantly see the fixtures and only the fixtures for this team, the whole year's fixtures that this team has been fixtured in. Not only can we see the fixtures, in the fixtures, we can click into the games. So in round 10 that we just completed, we can click into the game. We can view all the details that we've already shown you, but there's a really key feature here. If the team manager has been allocated to the team and the management access has been turned on, they will see this option on the top of the page. On a mobile device, I'll show you shortly, it appears at the bottom. If they need to manage the team, they don't just want to see the public view, they want to manage the team, they click on Manage. And what will happen now is all the management tools, as long as this is open, and you can see this game is still open for the club admin and the team manager, all the management tools are available. They can edit the final score in this instance. They can edit the quarter by quarter. A setting's been turned on for the league so that they would see and be able to edit the opposition team because they're the home team. The league's given them that setting to turn on. Again, that's a league rule and regulation. If it's not turned on, they'll only see their own on the left-hand side here. They can edit their lineup. They can edit the coaching staff. They can edit the volunteers. They can add player statistics, and they can select best players via the Manage badge. If we go back and look at a game ahead, we're looking at a game that's been finished. Let's go and look at one that's coming up, an upcoming game. They can come in, change to Manage. Nothing's there. They click on Manage. They can start the whole process from here via their management access. The only thing that's not appearing, if I go back right now, but is coming, absolutely coming, it's been prioritized to be there very soon, is If I show you manage in the lineup area, there's no add player feature to add competition players or game permit players. Let's check the coaching one. I don't think it's there either. No, it's not. So that's coming in there as well. But volunteers is just typing a name, so that is available. So that's in the My Teams fixture area. Also, they can view the ladder of the particular team, and with the ladders on the public website, they show in a condensed format, and you can open them up to show the advanced ladder. But here comes the kicker. So in the past, club admins have had to allocate or put players in teams, generate reports, email them, which is a breach of the privacy laws if they had personal information data in them, to the team managers so that the team managers could print them, put them on their clipboard, shove it in their bag, so they've got all the contact details for their players and their staff. Now, via their own login, again, I'll emphasize, they have not logged into the admin portal or database. They're not touching that. They've logged into their own account. If they've been allocated to the team and they've been given management access, they can see this squad tab. In the squad tab, they get a list of all the players allocated to the team. They see an instant visual of the number of games that player has played in that team in that season. They can see the coaching staff and their own details. The kicker here is, this is why we don't need the reports anymore, because you can pull out your phone, click on the little arrow, and there's their contact details right there on their mobile device, logged in via their own account only. So let's say Sienna is running late. It's 15 minutes before the game starts and they haven't arrived at the venue. Dive into your phone, log into your account, go into My Teams, come to the squad tab, find the person. I won't keep it open too long. Click on it. There's their contact details. Click on the phone number and you're instantly dialing them. Throw the clipboards out. You don't need them anymore. Clubs don't have to run reports to send to team managers anymore. All they need to do in the platform is allocate the players to the team, allocate the team manager, and turn on management access, and this is instantly available. There are other features. There's other things that we at the AFL have thought of. We've had feedback in other sessions we did here to add other features in here as well. And PlayHQ have got their own idea. So this is an absolutely awesome tool, which is an absolute game changer. And we're really excited about it. And we hope you are too. Also in the profile is their profile for the actual person, so the dependent, and their registration history as well. So again, let me put this in context for you. I'm the team manager of a team. My game is on a Saturday morning. I'm busy on a Friday night. I can't get my team selected. My partner's going to drive me to the footy, and while she's driving me to the game, I'm going to pull out my phone. I'm going to select my team with my lineup of players and my coaches. And then when I get to the ground, because I know there's a wireless printer, I'm going to be able to print, because the league told me to, 3 copies of my team sheet. Then just before the game, one of my players arrives late or rings up and says, or is running late, and I want to find them. So I go into my Teams, I find their contact details all on my phone, and I give them a call. Yes, sorry, so-and-so's sick, she's not going to be there today. While I'm on my phone, I can go into my lineup, edit my lineup, and take the player out of my team sheet, go back to the wireless printer, instead of scrubbing off or putting a line through them, and reprint my team sheet. And then I'm going to show you live scoring that can be done. And at the end of the game, if you haven't done live scoring, I can pull my phone out straight away as soon as the goal umpires have said the score's official on the scoreboard, and put the match results in, because that's going to update the ladder, because grandma at home couldn't make it to the game today, and we've told her to go on the website and check about 1.5 hours after the game started, and they can see the result and see the ladder. So that's putting it in real-time context of what you could do on your mobile device with this new platform via the My Team's Team Manager section. Really cool. We love it. Screenshots. Here we are, playhq.com, logged into my account, selected my account. I went into a dependent, or I could look in my in my own account if I had My Teams turned on. Here's the team. I dive into the fixtures. I can view the fixtures by scrolling. If I go into a fixture, as I mentioned, the manage button, if you've given them management access, appears at the bottom. So you can leave it on public view just to view, or you can manage. If you want to start from the start, you can select your team. By going into select team, here's adding the lineup, adding coaching staff, adding volunteers. Clean, simple, easy to use. At the end of the game, or when editing results, you've got the edit game results, you've got the edit for quarter by quarter, you've got the edit for your lineup, edit coaching staff, edit volunteers, adding player statistics, and adding best players. I forgot to show you, entering votes. Entering votes, 3 dots. I'll go back and show you. 3 dots in the top right-hand corner. The number of voters come up. You can add them, but once you've added them as a team manager only, you can't edit them. You can't view them. You can't see the totals for the players because they don't have access to the admin portal. Viewing the ladder, again, on a mobile device looks simple, and here's the squad tab. Looks really cool as well. So let's quickly dive back to the platform. If I go in, adding votes, let's go to the game where we've added votes already. Round 10. Going to click on manage, the 3 dots. If I go to the enter votes, you can see here's the votes that I entered in the admin portal. You can open up the edit to add extra votes. So in the instance, for an example, we've got 3 cards here. If one of those is a parent, the team manager can log in on their phone and just give the person their phone to submit their votes. But you can see once they're submitted, you can't go back. So let's do it here. Enter votes, Tony C. Select. Submit. Once I submit, they've been submitted. Can't go back and change them. Can only be changed in the admin portal.